What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing fine. And today we're going to continue with Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, the 11th book. Alright, let's do this. To live happily is an inward power of the soul when she is affected with indifferency towards those things that are by their nature indifferent. To be thus affected, she must consider all worldly objects, both divided and whole, remembering withal that no object can itself beget any opinion in us, neither can come to us, but stands without still and quiet. But that we ourselves beget, and as it were print in ourselves opinion concerning them. Now it is in our power. Sorry. Now it is in our power not to print them, and if they creep in and lurk in some corner, it is in our power to wipe them off. Remembering, moreover, that these care and circumspection of thine is to continue but for a while, and then thy life will be at an end. And what should hinder but that thou mayst do well with all these things? For if they be according to nature, rejoice in them, and let them be pleasing and acceptable unto thee. But if they be against nature, seek thou that which is according to thine own nature, and whether it be for thy credit or no, use all possible speed for the attainment of it. For no man ought to be blamed for seeking his own good and happiness. Of everything thou must consider from whence it came, of what things it does consist, and into what it will be changed, what will be the nature of it, or what it will be like unto when it is changed, and that it can suffer no harm by this change. And as for other men's either foolishness or wickedness, that it may not trouble and grieve thee. First, generally doth thus. What reference have I unto these? And that we all are born for one another's good, then more particularly after another consideration, as a ram is first in a flock of sheep, and a bull in a herd of cattle, so am I born to rule over them. Begin ye hinder even from this, if atoms be not the beginning of all things, than which to believe nothing can be more absurd. Then must we needs grant that there is a nature that does govern the universe. If such a nature, then are all worse things made for the better sake, and all better for one another's sake. Secondly, what manner of men they be, at board and upon their beds, and so forth. But above all things, how they are forced by their opinions that they hold to do what they do, and even those things that they do, with what pride and self-conceit they do them. Thirdly, that if they do these things rightly, thou hast no reason to be grieved. But if not rightly, it must needs be that they do them against their wills and for mere ignorance. For as according to Plato's opinion, no soul does willingly err, so by consequent neither does it anything otherwise than it ought, but against her will. Therefore they grieved whensoever they heard themselves charged, either of in- injustice or uncon- uncon- unconscionables, conscionables, or covetousness, or in general, of any injurious kind of dealing towards their neighbors. Fourthly, that thou dost transgress in many things, and art a word, and art even such another as they are. And though perchance thou dost forbear the very act of some sins, yet hast thou in thyself an habitual disposition to them, but that either through fear or vainglory or some such other ambitious, foolish respect, thou art restrained. Fifthly, that whether they have sinned or no, thou dost nor understand perfectly, for many things are done by way of district policy, and generally a man must know many things first before he be able truly and judiciously to judge of another man's actions. Sixthly, that whensoever thou dost take on grievously or makest great woe, little dost thou remember then that a man's life is but for a moment of time, and that within a while we shall be in our graves. Seventhly, that it is not the sins and transgressions themselves that trouble us properly, for they have their existence in their minds and understandings only that commit them, but our own opinions concerning those sins. Remove then, and be content to part with that conceit of thine, that it is a grievous thing, and thou hast removed thine anger. But how should I remove it? How? Reasoning with thyself that it is not shameful. For if that which is shameful be not the only true evil, that is, thou also wilt be driven well whilst thou dost follow the common instinct of nature to avoid that which is evil, to commit many unjust things, and to become a thief, and anything that will make to the attainment of thine intended worldly ends. Eighthly, how many things may and do oftentimes follow upon such fits of anger and grief, far more grievous in themselves than those were things which we are so grieved or angry for. Ninthly, that meekness is a thing or everything unconquerable. If it be true and natural, and not affected or hypocritical. For how shall even the most fierce and malicious that thou shalt conceive be able to hold on against thee, if thou shalt still continue meek and loving unto him, and that even at that time, when he is about to do thee wrong, thou shalt be well disposed, and in a good temper, with all meekness, to teach him, and to instruct him better. As for example, my son, we are not born for this, to hurt and annoy one another. It will be thy heart, not mine, my son, and so to show him forcibly and fully that it is so in very deed, and that neither bees do it one to another, nor any other creatures that are naturally sociable, but this thou must do, not scoffingly, not by way of exprobation, but tenderly, without any harshness of words. Neither must thou do it by way of exercise or ostentation, that are by and hear thee may admire thee, but so always that nobody be privy to it, but himself alone, yea, though there be more present at the same time. These nine particular heads, as so many gifts from the muses, see that thou remember well, and begin one day, whilst thou art yet alive, to be a man indeed. But on the other side, thou must take heed as much to flatter them as to be angry with them, for both are equally uncharitable and equally hurtful. And if any in thy passions, take it presently to thy consideration that to be angry is not the part of a man, but that to be meek and gentle, as it savors of more humanity. So of more manhood. That in this there is a strength and nerves, or vigor and fortitude, whereof anger and indignation, indignation is altogether void. For the nearer everything is unto unpassionateness, the nearer it is unto power. And as grief does proceed from weakness, so does anger. For both he that is angry and that grievous have received a wound, and cowardly have, as it were, yielded themselves unto their affections. If thou wilt have a tenth also, receive this tenth gift from Hercules, the guide and leader of the Muses. That is a man's part to look that there should be no wicked man in the world, because it is impossible. Now for a man to brook well enough that there should be a wicked man in the world, but not to endure that any should transgress against himself, is against all equity, and indeed tyrannical. Alright, guys, that was a big part. We're gonna continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. See you. Bye.